Let's look at adding and subtracting fractions from whole numbers. You've done this with me before, but it's been a while, so let's go over and review it so it's fresh in your mind before you do more. Soon I'll be giving you word problems and algebraic equations with fractions in them, and you will encounter these and you need to know how to do it. And it needs to be something that you don't have to think about because you'll be focusing on the algebraic steps and the word problems. And if you've got too much mental energy trying to remember how to do the computation part, it's going to make the whole thing harder and longer. And so I want to make sure you've got this down well. So we are doing together the top three, number 6, and number 8, I see. This column is all addition. These two columns are all subtraction. Addition is easy, so you only need one column. Subtraction, on the other hand, has a little more to it. It's not hard, I don't think. So anyhow, start with number 1. I drew a picture. We have 3 plus 2 and 5/8. So we're putting two groups together. We're putting the group of 3 with the group of 2 and 5/8. When adding fractions, it's the same as any other addition. You start on the right side. So that would be our fraction part. So we have nothing here, and then we have 5/8 here. So the fractional part is 5/8. I might want to get a different pen. So now look at the whole number part. You have 3 plus 2. Well, that's easy, 5. And I know that you're probably thinking, why did she have to show us something so simple? This is so easy. Because I know how our minds work as humans when you start to do something a little more challenging and then you expect things to be challenging and you come to something that's easy, you think, no, that's too easy, it can't be that easy. And then you try to make it hard. So this is just a reminder that yes, it is that easy. So if you do this first column and they all seem too easy, then you probably did it right. So there you go. On to number 2. I got to see Jack today and Andrew, and they made my day. So I'm a little more enthusiastic than usual with my videos. Huh. My enthusiasm is genuine. It's hard to be enthusiastic when you're talking to a camera or a phone. All right, so now number 5. 3 minus 2 and 5/6. So we start with 3 and then we take away 2 and 5/6. So we draw the 3 that we start with. And we're going to take away 2 and 5/6. Remember, we start with the right side. We have no fractional part to take away. Now, it's true that 2 and 5/6 is less than 3. So yes, we can take that away from that. But it's not just simply grabbing something and taking away. We've got to do some regrouping first. So since we're taking 6ths away, we need some 6ths. So I'm going to go to one of my holes. I'm just going to regroup it into 6ths. So now instead of having 3 holes, I have 2 holes and 6/6, which is still 3. So I didn't change that. Now I have 5/6 that I can take away. So when I take away 5/6, yes, I need to color this even though everybody knows it's 1/6, is 1/6. And I had 2, and I take away 2, and I'm left with 1/6. It's important that you get comfortable with writing this part at the top, because it's one thing to take away a fractional part. Well, hello, baby. Did you want to come join us and do fractions? Or you just want to annoy me so I'll let you outside? You're going to make me let you outside or you're going to stay here, right? Is that your threat? Is that your little threat, baby? Are you sniffing the phone? Oh, she is rubbing up against the phone. That is so sweet. That's her way of saying, I miss you all. I would rub up against you if you were here. All right, so I'm going to let her out so that I can finish this lesson. So it's good the distraction is gone, but it's bad because sweet, lovable Amber is gone. All right, so as I was saying, it's important that you write this because I know that you can remember in your head that you have 6, 6 and, and 5, 6. You don't have to write it out because you can remember. And that's great. However, there's another step involved because sometimes you have a whole number and a fraction and you're taking away a whole number and a bigger fraction. So then you have to regroup, but you already have some fractions and you have to add to it. And if you're not used to writing it out, then it could confuse you what you add and what you end up having, if that makes sense. So just do me a favor and write that, please. I'll be very happy if you do. I might reach through YouTube and grab your ears and twist them if you don't. And you don't want that to happen. I'm sorry, I'm so mean. Okay, on to number 9. We have 4 wholes. We're starting with 4 wholes, and then we're taking away 1 and 2 sevenths. As before, we don't have any sevenths to take 2 sevenths away. So in order to take 2 sevenths away, we have to have sevenths. If you want to come take some pencils from me, if I don't have any pencils, then you can't take any. So let's first establish sevenths. I'm going to do my best to draw sevenths. We're going to pretend that there are 7 equal sizes, but they're not going to be. Let's see. There. Yay, close enough. So now, I don't have 4 holes. I have 3 holes and 7 sevenths. So when I take away 2 sevenths, that gives me 5 sevenths. When I have 3 holes and I take away the 1, that gives me 2. So 4 minus 1 and 2 sevenths is 2 and 5 sevenths. So I'm gonna maybe write my answers here. This was 5 and 5/8. This was 1/6. And this last one was 2 and 5 sevenths. Okay. Let's do number 6 together. The reason I want to do this one with you is because I just want to do one without the drawings. So anyhow, you have 4, take away 3 and 1/3. I need thirds, but I don't have any thirds. So let's think. If I have 4 holes and I take one of those holes and divide it into thirds, well, that leaves me with 3 holes. And if I divide it into thirds, then it's going to be 3/3. Does that make sense? Here's where you say, yes, Miss Tara. Okay, 3/3 minus 1/3 is 2/3. 3 minus 3 is nothing, so we are left with 4 minus 3 and 1/3 makes 3 and 1/3 makes 2/3. Last one. This is another easy one, and so just want to make sure you don't look at it and think, wait, that's weird. But yeah, you'll encounter these a lot, where you have a whole number and you're just taking away a fraction from it. So all you do is you take that whole, which in this case is 1, and you break it into, well, we're taking away sevenths, so we're going to break it into sevenths. So now I have 7 sevenths minus 1 seventh, which gives me, you'll never guess, 6 sevenths. So go ahead and finish this up. You'll notice there are 3 of them that actually have, mixed number on top and bottom. I don't like to have one page have the same pattern. I want you to have to think. So there you go. Anyhow, enjoy.